Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Rico back at it again. Welcome to another edition of the Rico Report, brought to you by you know who is the Buffalo Fanatics. Let's go. If you guys are tuned in for the very first time, you guys know what to do. Smash that like. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. The season is around the corner. You don't want to be the one missing out on following the Buffalo Fanatics because we bring it every single time, every single week. So let's go. So, folks, tune in, sit down, have a seat. We got a few topics to hit. We are that much closer to training camp. The rookies are going to be presenting themselves. Thank the freaking goodness that we got some sort of football. I had a chuckle today. My man Bruce Nolan had a tweet up, and the tweet pretty much saying, man, like, thank goodness football is back. You know what I'm saying? Football is back. You know when football is back when, and you start kind of going through it, right? And for me, the one that stood out to me was like that first clip that when someone goes to training camp and they got that first, you know what I mean, bomb from, I don't know, Josh Allen to freaking James Cook. Right down the scene, they're going to be like, there it is. And it's going to circulate. And it's like, thank goodness football is back. It's pretty much going to be like that. Real talk, right? You're going to get a whole lot of complaints. This is my favorite one. I can't even get the training camp because the tickets are so damn expensive. A. B. I'm in a queue of thousands of people. I'm not even going to get a chance to see these guys in training camp. You know football is back when we start hearing that. So it's around the corner. So thank goodness football is back. We're going to start getting that. But I appreciate it. For those that are wondering, hey, man, where the heck you been? Well, listen, I had to take a week off, brothers. I had to take a week off. It was the anniversary week, so you gotta put the time aside for the fam. I had to go and spend some time with wifey. It was we celebrated year 14 of marriage. Ain't that something? So when you're with the right person, man, it doesn't feel like it's a long time. Real talk, right? So we get along well, and then we had to, you know, put a special night just for us. And it was the first time us saying, you know what, grandparents, can you watch the little guy? The kids, the girls are fine. It's the little guy that you're kind of like, hey, can you handle him? So now that he's kind of sleeping overnight, it's been nice. It's been nice. So we had a chance to, be grown folk again without having to worry about, are we waking him up, or the kids got to be quiet, or none of that. You feel me? So it was good to put that aside. Plus, I had my oldest daughter that came to visit as well. So you got to put time aside for the family. And plus, fam, it's the dog days. It's the dog days of the off season. So you got to take a week off, but I'm happy to be back. Shout out to my man, Dan Mitchell in the building. Shout out to my guy, Dilly Dale. I know he's battling COVID right now. So I hope you feel better, brother. It's, some might say it's not, it doesn't exist. And then some might say, yo, I'm feeling it right now. So don't play with me. So nonetheless, man, shout out to you, man. I hope you're feeling better. Your brother's not in hiding. I'm not in hiding, man. It's just, I'm here, man. I gotta prioritize some things. So 14 years of marriage. Let's go. Let's hit it. So let's get into football talk. First of all, I got to give a shout out to my man, Dan, man. My man, Dan. I see you, Dan, in the chat. He stays getting after it with some folks, and he loves every bit of it, and that's why he's my guy. We don't waver. We say what we say, and we mean what we say. We don't delete our tweets, baby. Let's go. I love it. Shout out to my man, Dan Mitchell in the building. Don Mafia, stand up. So we've beaten this thing over and over and over and over with a freaking stick of the rookies showing up and the guys that are going to step up and all that stuff. And I get it. I mean, we got to talk about it, but they're going into camp, and they're going into camp early, right? Never delete the tweets, baby. Never delete the tweets. Stand on what you say. Let's go. So these guys are showing up. And they are ready to get after it. And the beautiful thing I like about when they do training camp and the rookies show up first, get in that playbook early, get in there, get conditioned. So By the time the veterans show up, you can get lockstep right into it with these guys. And the major one that I'm looking forward to are really two guys. Three, really. It's our first three picks. Honestly, let's keep it a buck. Kincaid, I need you to get on the ground rolling. Get on the ground rolling. But that's not the angle I'm going to take, right? Because we could all talk about Kincaid's going to be great. We know he's going to be great. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of how quickly will he be great? Like, how long is it going to take him to show his greatness? You know what I mean, that's what it's gonna come down to. Yo, is my internet choppy? This is a first. We haven't had this in a long ass time. I don't like this at all, and it's gonna make me upset. You guys know how I feel with my internet. I changed my last provider. I don't like what I'm seeing right now. So hopefully it'll stable itself out, because this is not making me happy right now, and I'm about to rage, and I don't want to rage on you fine folks. So hopefully we can get this back on track. And I'm about to rage right now. I feel it. I'm getting my blood pressures. I feel my blood pressures getting a little high. But anyway, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. We back at it. Let's go. I was like, they know. They I think the internet was feeling me right now. Yo, I don't want Rico to rage. So let's keep him happy. And we good now. So let's get right back to it. So not 4K internet. I know, right? So if I could sit there talk about the Wish version of internet. Nah, man, I got my upgrade. I'm good. I'm straight. We good like that. Sometimes they want to test me. They want to test me and see how gangsta I can get. I don't want to do that. We good to go, Scott Blakely. I like it. Here we go. So we can talk about how great Kincaid's going to be. We know that. And by the way, I got to give a shout out to my man, R1 Riser. What's up? Welcome to the big squad. Bing, biggity, mother effing. Oh, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. There it is. Bing, biggity, bing. Let's go. Welcome to the squad, my G. Let's roll. So Kincaid. We can sit here and talk about how great he's going to be, and we want it. We know it's going to happen. We just don't know how quick it's going to get there. But what I want to know is how quickly he will rise to being the number 2 target. The number 2 target, let alone he's got to battle it out with Dawson Knox. And we like Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox is our guy, right? Dawson Knox got paid heavily, and he deserves it, right? But we went and drafted Kincaid. We moved up for Kincaid. We have plans for Kincaid. So the plans have to be how quickly we can integrate him to being a top target in the game. And my question is, how quickly will he gain that number 2 target spot? Because you know who's going to get the number 1. Is our guy Diggs. And once all that hoopla is out the way, we can get to, focusing on football. Right? All the drama and all that nonsense we all dealing with. Yeah, it's the dog days of the internet, the dog days of the off season. There's all this crap you got to talk about and just exploded for no reason. We get that part. So now that football's back, I think everybody's going to calm down and get right to it. But I'm still stuck on how quickly Kincaid can gain himself traction as the number 2 guy. And I don't know how long that's going to take. It could be very quick. And for those that play fantasy, a lot of folks are saying rookie tight ends don't do anything for you. Don't touch them. Well, you know what? Let those people talk all that junk that they want. Because if I got Kincaid, I don't care who's in my circle. But if Kincaid's available early, I'm gonna grab that. Because if we are really trying to succeed, and if we are really trying to utilize him, and we went out and it's not like it was a receiver. It's not like it was a quarterback. It wasn't like we got a corner. We got a tight end. If you're going to draft a tight end that early, you better have plans to utilize him. You better have plans to put him in place to succeed, to give us the advantage, to give us that mismatch that we've been waiting for. We've been yearning for it, right? You have Stephon Diggs that's going to get his 100 catches, no doubt. There's no question about it. And to me, I love what McDermott said when he first came. Sometimes it's not about the talent on your team. You know what I'm saying? It's about, and I'm paraphrasing here, it's pretty much about the fit. And you can get a whole bunch of talented guys on one team, but is it going to fit? Are you guys going to have enough chemistry to make it work, right? A lot of times we're like, yo, bring D-Hop here, bring this guy here, bring that here. We could do that, but is it going to work? Is it going to work? Is the chemistry going to be good enough where it does work? And if you're a professional, you will do your best to make it work. But here's where I'm going to come double back on Kincaid, because he's not your traditional tight end. inline blocker tight end. He's not your size of a Sweeney. You know what I'm saying? He's not, a Tony Gonzalez. You feel me? He's a leaner, you know what I'm saying? Split out wide, find the mismatch, and we'll come back inside and kind of make you feel that we're going to run the ball, and he'll slip right through and create havoc. And I'm hoping early in camp that we utilize him. And this is a little nugget. That I want to drop on y'all. I don't know if I dropped this nugget on you, but it's a refresher. Even when they were doing mini camp, Mans was getting like 10 targets of practice. I know it's mini camp, but they're looking at you 10 times. Fam, that means we're going to utilize this brother. If you're looking at this guy 10 times, it's telling me that I'm trying to build something with you. It's not because I'm favoring you. I'm trying to build something with you. So when it comes time that I need you to come on and play, we can get right back into action and let's roll, right? You're not missing a beat. So I'm all for it. Kincaid, 60 to 70 catches this year is possible. If he's going to try to earn that second target share, you're going to have that. I mean, our second leading receiver last year was what? Wasn't it Gabe Davis, 55 receptions? Something of that nature. I'm gonna double check that and make sure that I'm on it. But if you really think about it, it's not out of the realm. It's not out of the realm that he becomes the second target. Now, he's going to have to leapfrog Gabe Davis. He's going to have to leapfrog the likes of James Cook, because James Cook is going to get his target share in there as well. He's going to have to leapfrog, Dawson Knox. It's going to be fun to see how our guy, Mr. Ken Dorsey, utilizes his tight end. Now, last thing, I'm not going to stay on this point too long, but the last thing I want to mention about this certain situation is this. Are we going to be feared and scared of who we're facing, and we're trying to hold back? Because the McDermott way. The rookies, we don't want the rookies to jump in right away. They need to learn the way we do things and let the veterans get in there. I hope he gets rid of that mentality. Move on from that mentality. It's bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. And because McDermott is stepping into the role of defensive coordinator, so he's going to be right up in the sauce. Start the guys that you need to start, that play well, that show you what you got, because you've done it before. Tremaine Edmonds, right up in there. Tre'Davious White, right up in there. He's got a little something against the offensive pieces. Man, bump all that. If that boy is showing what he's got in camp, put him out there. I don't want to see, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again, stop coddling these little rookies, man. They're not rookies of back in the day where they're not doing 7-7s and all year round. They're just honing in on their skills and doing what they need to do. These guys are doing it 24/7, 365. Stop coddling these young boys, man. Show what you got. Jump in there. Show me as a coach that you can handle the toughness that's going to be coming your way. You can take on the challenges going to be coming your way. And once you show me that, get in there. McDermott needs to put his hands behind his back and stop holding on to these kids, man. Let them play. Let them play. They're grown. Let them play. It's not like they're in the NBA where you're a high schooler and you're coming in, you don't got the body frame of these, these 5-10 year vets. I get that. You know what I'm saying? You're not coming in on LeBron. LeBron was just a monster. Remember when KG came out of high school? KG was a beam. You know what I'm saying? When Kobe came out, he was a beam. You know what I'm saying? Who's Darius Miles? I think Darius Miles came out. It was a beam. You know what I'm saying? These guys have 3 years of college experience, man. 3 years of hitting the gym. These guys are ready to go. Stop with the coddling and throw him in there. That's my guy, Kincaid. So can Kincaid earn number 2 target shares? Can he earn that? Will he earn that? Am I putting too much on the rook? Heck no, I'm not. If he can show you, listen, man, it's like put him in position. It's finding the mismatch. And if you can find that mismatch, why not take full advantage of it? And we're going to see that in training camp. Take advantage of it. Go up against Milano. Milano's a great cover linebacker. Show me what you got. Show me what you got against Milano, because he's one of the best in the league. He's all pro, Milano. So show me what you got. And if you're showing me that you can go up against Milano, you can do what you do against Milano, I can't see why you can't do it against anybody else. I'm going to stand on that. Moving on. Osiris Torrance. That's big time. That's big time. That's big time talent that we got in the second round. They let that brother slide to the second round. and we cha-cha slid and freaking picked him up and drafted his ass and brought him to Buffalo. I'd love to see what this man can bring on the right side of the line. We are already set on the left side. And by the way, I got to give a shout out to my man, Ryan. What's up, Mr. Sealback? Welcome back. No. I got to give you more respect than that because my bell, I banged my bell so damn hard that the little click went back. So I gotta hit that. I gotta hit that. So welcome to the big squad, Ryan Sealback. What's up? What's good? Let's roll, baby. Let's find this thing, right? So here we go. First round talent / the second round, and we now can implement him and stick him right into right side of the line. Now, most people might say, well, hold on now. He's a rook. Offensive side of the ball. Is McDermott going to hold him back? Right? But you got second round talent that slid to the first round talent that slid to the second. This guy was talked about being maybe a top 15 pick. Maybe a little later than that. So this is huge. So O'Cyrus Torrence, if you can manage to get into the playbook, you know what I'm saying? Learn from Mitch Morch. Mitch, you got me messing up Mitch Morch's name. Learn from the man, Mitch. You know what I'm saying? You got Deandre Hopkins that's all over the internet right now doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's geeked up, ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Bates is a solid guy to learn from as well. I mean, you're going to have to battle with Ryan Bates, but Ryan Bates might be just the depth piece. Or you're just going to have to beat him out. Nonetheless, it's got to happen. We need to put the most talented guys on the line. And I know how McDermott works. I know how that regime works. They want everybody to be able to go from left to right, right to left, center, right tackle, left tackle. I'm done with that. Put the man where he needs to be. Put him where he's the strongest. Let's roll. I love the experimentation, but we have that in Bates. Bates is our guy that can go left, right, and move him all over the place. He can swing all over the place. And that's a great talent to have. But when you have O'Cyrus Torrence that maybe played a little bit of tackle, but primarily needs to be at guard, leave his ass at guard and let him roll. Let him roll. Yo, Hansel Carr says, yo, here's for a new bell, brother. You know what? I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one. I like that. I'm gonna get myself a new bell. You're right. I'm gonna use that to get myself a new bell that won't break. Because I've been banging that. I was banging that for a while. That means, y'all got to show me some more love so I can, keep breaking that bell. You feel me? So if you guys are trying to figure out how to become a member, it's very simple. Supportbf.com. It's that simple. Go there. You'll see everything that you need to see. All right. O'Cyrus Torrence, ready for it. Looking forward to it. I know my internet is a little choppy. It's going to come back. They're trying to make me rage, but we're going to make it work. So let's make that work. Let us make that work. I want O'Cyrus Torrence to be right implemented, inserted in there, and hopefully, it puts a little pressure. And we're going to talk about pressure a little later, but it puts a little pressure on our right tackle, Spencer Brown. I am so looking forward to seeing what Spencer Brown's going to give us in year 3. Year 3 is when they say, most athletes take that next step. I hope I'm not frozen and hopefully I come back. But hopefully this is where Spencer Brown takes that next step. We need that. We need that from him. 3rd round draft pick. I get it. He's a 3rd round draft pick, but we drafted him with the potential for him to jump in right off the bat, and which he did. So we need to see him maul, but we need to see him work on that pass pro. I don't want to see my quarterback having to roll up because he doesn't trust what's on the right side of the line. I don't want to see my quarterback having to step up in the pocket way sooner than he needs to, and then he gets his shoulder obliterated. I don't want to see that. I want to see my right tackle hold it down. I want to see my right tackle drive mother effers into the ground. I want to see my quarterback stand tall in the pocket and deliver to Kincaid, deliver to my man Diggs, deliver to Dante. You know what I'm saying? There's so many Deontay Harris. So let's make it work. And we have the pieces. We have the pieces that fit in this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing what my man Spencer Brown's got. But guess what? It takes a whole unit to come together, chemistry, continuity. And I dog on continuity because continuity is great and fine, but I need my talented guys. I want my best 5 on the line. Best 5 on the line, but you can't be switching all over the place. Let them play where they play and let them build the chemistry in their positions, and let's roll. Let's roll and let's get this thing popping. So that being said, we've got O'Cyrus Torrence, and last but not least, Dorian Williams. So here's the thing with Dorian Williams, man. He's got big shoes to fill. The other day I saw a GIF that was put out there that the best off-ball linebackers in the league. And I think it was a top 5 that they named, or top 10. I can't remember what it was. But the funny thing was, I saw Matt Milano on the list, but guess who was above Matt Milano? You name it, Tremaine Edmonds above Matt Milano. And I'm not going to hate on it because I like Tremaine. I think we all like Tremaine. Tremaine Edmonds was a solid piece for the Bills, but we love our guy Matt Milano because Matt Milano is on our team. But the fact that I saw that goes to show you, okay, we got some big shoes to fill, Mr. Dorian Williams. So Dorian's going to have to prove himself that he can take on the vigors of the NFL. He's going to have to prove himself that his stature, because he's not as big, he's not as tall as Tremaine Edmonds, but he's stout. Dorian Williams is going to have to prove that he can do what he needs to do. And I think we picked the right guy for the right defensive scheme that is going to be run with McDermott. So Dorian Williams, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to you thumping cats. I'm looking forward to going sideline to sideline with Milano. It's going to be fun. But you got to earn that. You got to earn that right because you got some dogs that are next to you. You got some dogs that are next to you that don't want to take that spot. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Dorian Williams is able to give us. So to me, rookies coming in, I can sit here and talk about all the rookies all I want, but the top 3 rookies that we are all paying attention to are those 3. I'll keep it a buck. But a sleeper rookie that we gotta really pay attention to is Justin Shorter. And I know most people are like, yo, man, we already got enough weapons on the squad that you're talking about Justin Shorter. Yeah, I am going to talk about Justin Shorter because we got a 6'4", 230-pound receiver built, and he's got all the potential in the world. And I said it before, I'm going to say it again. If you watch that brother run his routes, it's not clean. It gives me all T.O. vibes. And by T.O. vibes, I'm not saying he's going to be the next Hall of Famer. He might. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you see it, the way he runs, he stops his routes, it's a lot of that is giving you that vibe. So maybe he models his game after it. Nonetheless, that's a sleeper rookie that could get some time, gain some time, and show what we got. Or he might just be buried on the depth and doesn't prove anything just yet. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he can present and how he can, emerge as a potential target that may be the top 6 receiver, right? Special teams, he's going to have to do some special teams, but I'm looking forward to it, man. You got 33-inch arms, you got your 10-inch hands, and you run a 4.5 40. You're not a slow dude, and you're a big boy like that, and you can run like that. I'll take that. He ain't no Megatron. He definitely ain't no Megatron, but I'm looking forward to see what my man is able to give us. So Justin Shorter is my sleeper rookie, if you want to call it that. We'll see how that plays out. By the way, I got to give a shout out to my man, Brandon Lisi. What's up, Brandon? Brandon comes in and says, your window is certainly closing. Oh, the Bills are always in playoff contention with Josh Allen, not Super Bowl contention. Well, let me break something to you, my man, Brandon. Anytime that you make the playoffs, you are definitely in Super Bowl contention. Lest I remind you of the freaking New York Giants that backed in, in 2007, that backed into the freaking playoffs. They backed in. They weren't playing well all year round. And then they put a couple games together and backed into the Super Bowl, backed into the playoffs, and the rest is history. So let's not talk about the playoff window is closing or the window is certainly closing. Nah, it's not. The window is as wide open when you have Josh Allen at the helm. I'm telling you right now, there's no way you're going to tell me my window is completely closed. If you're telling me my window is closed with the Buffalo Bills, it's like you telling me yo, don't even get ready to pick number 1. That's what it sounds like to me. If you're telling me my quarterback that leads my Bills is his window's closing. So we might as well start preparing right now for a top 10 pick. That's what you're telling me. Heck no. When number 17 is at the helm, we got an opportunity every single time. I'm not buying that. I appreciate the super chat, but I ain't buying it, brother. I am not buying that. Not one bit. Not one bit. But shout out to my man Brandon Lisa for the super chat. Appreciate that, my G. And we keep it rolling. So those are the 3 rookies the 4 rookies I'm looking forward to. We'll see how that plays out once camp starts. And let's get these boys ready. Get these boys ready. You know what I'm saying? So on to the next topic. And I wanted to talk on is no, I'm good. Yeah. So next topic, folks. We're gonna hit on let's go with the Bills. Do the Bills have the best safety tandem in the league. And I'm not talking about just Poyer and Hyde. I'm talking about Taylor Rapp. I'm talking about my boy D Ham. Do we have the best four? I think we might have the best group in the game. And what I love about the addition of Taylor Rapp is, if you guys recall, when Micah Hyde went down, we had to shuffle a few things, put a few players in that we don't necessarily want to see in coverage. And one of the players that stands out to me that I respect this player as a special team player, players solid as they come. He's one of the most underrated athletes on the squad based on his own teammates. But Saron Neal is not an individual that I'd like to see in coverage. I'm sorry, but I have to keep it a buck. And I'm sure this individual is aware of his deficiencies in coverage. And that's not his forte, right? Special teams is where he's made his niche. Special teams is where he's made his you know what I'm saying, where he belongs. But I'm not trying to see Saron Neal in coverage at all. And I know that when they see 3-3, we're going at him. So when you bring in a guy like Taylor Rapp, that changes a whole lot. We have a guy that can tackle very well, instinctive, and can cover. So when you have those three guys, right, you can put a nice package together with those three safeties, go big nickel, you're good to go. And then you have, you know what I'm saying, D Ham that can still lay the wood as well. I don't know what kind of packages my brother's going to put together, but there are some good packages that you can put with those four safeties. I think we have the best depth at safety in the league. And if you don't think that's the case, challenge me. Find me four safeties right now on your roster that's better than mine. I don't think they got it. Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, D Ham, Taylor Rapp. Let's roll, man. I don't know if you could, but I don't think you can find that. And I'm glad that they've invested in that department, because the amount of mismatches this league is about, it's all about mismatches, man. Trying to find where you can have the advantage over the defense. So when you have positionless type of players that can come in and kind of disguise, listen, I'm going to go right into the box. Oh, you want to split right? I got you. I can play coverage. So it's nice. We don't have a liability. That is what is so important to know about what my man McDermott is trying to pull and push with his defense. Love every bit of it. I got a super chat coming in from my man Brandon Lisi. What's up, Brandon? Brandon comes back with a super chat and says, hey, what I meant is we got to stop playing around with contention. Rookie, second year, whoever, put the best guys on the field and let's win a damn ring. I'm with you. Okay, so now that you've clarified, yeah, of course I feel that way. But the window's never closed, brother. The window is never closed, man. As long as you got number 17, that window is wide the F open. I'm talking about double pane. Open that bitch. You know what I'm saying? We wide open, right? But I got you, man. We can't coddle. What I was trying to say earlier is we can't coddle these young players, man. If you ball, you get the call and you get on the field and show me what you got. It's as simple as that. So I'm hoping that McDermott gets rid of his little philosophy that he's been trying to hold on to for the longest time and trying to coddle these damn rookies. Man, bump all that, man. Put the best player on the damn field and let's roll. That's the way I feel about it. And I think that's what you're trying to say, Brandon. So I appreciate that. And let's get to it. So that's that. Listen, that four right there is the best. Find me a better four. I don't think you will. I don't think you can. You know what I'm saying? So next topic. And this is one of the bigger ones that I want to hit. And it's all about the pressure. And here it is. And I wanted to get, this was the main topic I wanted to hit. And it's right in the meat and potatoes. And I want to hit it and I want to get to it. So let me just let me just write this out so I can kind of get my thing rolling here. So pressure is inevitable, right? Pressure is inevitable. We know it's going to happen. We know it hits Buffalo. It hits Buffalo every year. There's always somebody that's got the most pressure on them. And sometimes we rise up to the challenge, and sometimes we fail, and sometimes we fall. And I'm thinking to myself, who's got the most pressure in Buffalo right now? And I was trying to go through it to see, like, okay, where could I look to see, like, this person's got to perform, that person's got to perform, and it's not like they got to step up. It's just pressure. And there's a whole lot of individuals in Buffalo that's got a whole lot of pressure on them. And I'm gonna start with quarterback Josh Allen. And most people might say, "Whoa, he's the guy with the least amount of pressure." Nah, man, he's the guy with a lot of pressure because now he's going into second year with Ken Dorsey as his OC, the one that he handpicked and says, "I want him." Right. So Josh Allen is gonna have to perform even more so than he did last year. Granted, injuries definitely hindered him, but my goodness, man, we're going to need Josh Allen to be primo all day, every day. And when you go back last year, this guy did everything for us. And it's going to continue to be that way. So the pressure is going to be a lot on Josh. He's got to find ways to get the ball to the guys that he needs. And now he's got a rookie tight end. He's got Dawson Knox. He's got to have to make the right decisions all day, 17 weeks straight. Yeah, the pressure is on, my G. And people are watching because you are a top quarterback in the league. And that's what comes with the territory of being, one of the best in the game. Because you got to continue to keep that up. You have to be consistent. You've got to be consistent. So that's huge. So Josh, he's not my number one because I don't have a number one. I can only start pointing at people in Buffalo that are going to have some pressure on them. Another person that's going to have pressure on them, head coach Sean McDermott. Head coach Sean McDermott is going to be under a lot of pressure. Why? Because whether you want to call this way or not, you're forced, your defensive coordinator out of Buffalo. Whether how you want to cookie cut that, up to you guys. But you're forced that man out. Leslie Frazier is no longer the defensive coordinator. He may not even return. Oh no, he's just taking a year off. BS. That was just a soft way to say you out. So now you got McDermott taking over as head coach / defensive coordinator. Pressure's on because now not only did Leslie Frazier have your defense top 5, top 10 consistently, now you're telling me that you could do it better. You're going to get the most out of your players. Well, golly, everybody's watching, McDermott. We are watching. We went and drafted Dorian Williams. We went and brought in Leonard Floyd. You re-signed Ed Oliver. Fam, we watching you. You know what I'm saying? You got a second-year corner that we're about to find out what's good. You got Poyer coming back. You got Hyde coming back. Tre'Davious White should be back to his normal self. You got rid of Tremaine Edmonds. You got Matt Milano, your guy. Von Miller's not yet returned. So there's a lot of things that you got to show us. You drafted AJ Epinesa. You drafted Boogie Basham. Now you show me what you like. You brought him for a reason. Show me what you got. You should be able to get the most out of every freaking one of these defensive players on this squad. Yeah, you got hired because you're a defensive-minded coach. You got hired because you're a leader of men. So show Buffalo that you can get these guys in lockstep and giving us a little something different. Because the biggest thing that we as Bills fans have been criticizing this defense is we have moments where we just kind of chill. We backing up 10, 15 yards because we're playing conservative football. I hope you don't come in with no conservative football isms in your repertoire. And now you're not known for that. And that's probably why you said, you know what, Leslie Frazier, you've been great. You've been awesome. I respect you as a man, but I want to take over as the coordinator. You can stay on, but I'll be the one calling plays. Leslie Frazier was like, you ain't gonna punk me like that. I'm gonna take a year off and you do what you do. Thank you for your time. I respect you, but I ain't gonna do that. And Sean McDermott was like, all right, then I'm taking over. Peace out. I got you. So you're gonna have a lot of pressure on McDermott. A lot of pressure. Because if we put up a stinker where we let Aaron Rodgers and them boys come in and light us up, we are going to get after your ass, Sean McDermott. I can't see that happening. I don't want to see it happen. But there will be a lot of scrutiny. There will be a lot of scrutiny because you've now moved on from your guy. And now you said, I will assume role because essentially I'm the better guy for the job. Now, will we have stinkers here and there? Maybe one. We can't have a whole lot. We can't have guys running for 150 yards. Having Joe Mixon run for 160 yards in a playoff game is absolutely, I'm sick to my stomach when I think about it. We brought all that beef on that defensive line, all that money we paid on that defensive line, and we got gashed for 160 yards by Joe Mixon. And I respect Joe Mixon's game. Joe Mixon's a nice baller. He can play. But he ain't King. He ain't King Henry. Come on now. I'm just saying. We were sitting here letting this guy gash us like he was Thurman Thomas. The F. I got a comment coming in from my man Mark. Says, yo, Rico, sadly, you don't know McDermott's history as a defensive coordinator. Do you even know that what a fire blitz is? What kind of bullshit is Mark bringing my way? Sadly, I don't know. Boy, please. I ain't trying to dog you like that, but you trying to come on dog me. Boy, please, man, go sit your ass down somewhere. Anyway, let me proceed. Mark. But anyway, in that regard, pressure is on McDermott, and we're going to be watching. Buffalo's going to be watching. Number 3, Tre'Davious White. Pressure. Fam, I can go the whole roster. Yo, pressure's on because you came back on a bum knee. We all understand that. You're not going to be yourself, 100%. But now we are looking forward to you coming back as a all. I mean, I can't say come back as an all-pro player, but we need you back to close to the all-pro player that you were. You're shaking up the rust, which we totally understand. But word is that you almost right back to where you used to be. We're going to be watching. We definitely going to be watching. So shout out to my mans, Tre'Davious. We hope that you come in and you bring that energy, you bring that chemistry that gets the whole squad rolling. Because nothing works great when you have a leader on your squad, not only is a vocal leader, but leads by example on the field. So pressure's going to be on. Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer coming back. Most might say this is the best tandem in the game, and I totally freaking agree. But a lot of folks know that these guys are 30 and above. 30 and above, can you come back as the tandem that we know you guys to be? So we're going to be watching. Are they going to be the same? I mean, you look at Poyer, and you always hear the saying, when anybody mentions retirement, the minute you mention retirement, maybe I'm going to retire, yo, you're halfway in and halfway out. So which is it? So are you going to be all in? And I don't doubt it because this guy's a dog. Poyer's a dog, but I can't help but mention when you mention retirement, yo, like that's usually you give me 1 foot is in, 1 foot is out. I need you all in, baby. And I know he will be, but the fact that you mentioned, I got to bring that up. So we're going to be watching that tandem. Will they slow down? Will they show their age? You know what I'm saying? At age 30. And I think that's ridiculous because age 30 is damn young still. But age 30, at the safety tandem, we're going to be watching. Micah Hyde coming back off of a neck injury. I'm sure he was probably ready to go last year. And that's just me. I just feel like, man, when I was hearing some potential, you know what I'm saying, some rumors that, yo, maybe if we move on from this round, he might, you know what I'm saying? I was hearing a whole lot of those things, but it never worked out. What's up, Tony Santos? I see you, brother. So it never worked out. So we're going to be watching that tandem in the backfield. We definitely will be watching that tandem in the backfield. There's going to be some pressure. I still think we have the best group in the game, but there's still going to be some pressure because they're going to challenge you. They're going to challenge you. That's what they do, man. Oh, you guys are the best? All right, let's see what you got. We're going to bring it. You know what I'm saying? Garrett Wilson, them boys are coming for your ass come week 1. It's going to be fun to watch, right? Let's go back to the offensive side of the ball. James Cook, you are now going to be, for now, RB1. And you were saying that, you know what I'm saying, you're ready to take on the role, and I'm happy for it. And I want to see what's good with it. But there's going to be some pressure because can you do all the things that we need RB1 to do? And you see all the scrutiny right now that's happening in the game right now of the respect that RBs aren't being given right now, which is a piss off. But we're about to find out what James Cook is all about now. Because a lot of people were saying, yo, James Cook, don't sleep on James Cook. Rico, don't sleep on James Cook. Okay, we're about to find out. Now, I think overall, Harris will take over at RB1 at some point. I think he just brings more to the table in terms of red zone ability, in terms of the power and speed that he brings to hit any hole, any run play he can do. James Cook can do it too, but that 189 frame is a little different. It plays a little different in the NFL. You feel me? So pressure is going to be on. Most people might think, there's not much pressure that's going to be on the receiving room, but I think there will be, especially with all the hoopla that Diggs was kind of putting out. I can't tell you that I wouldn't say it bothered me, but I can't tell you that it was something that I could ignore. I'm like, I ain't tripping on that. It is somewhat worthy. It is somewhat worthy to kind of say, okay, all right, man, we hear you. All that, you know what I'm saying? All that bumping gums you were doing and all that stuff, or all the secret tweets here and whatever the heck that meant. When you show up on the field, show what you bring with. We don't want to hear any of that other stuff. We just want to see you dialed in and ready to go. So we need you to be that leader, because when you do what you do, it's gonna open stuff up for Kincaid, Deontay Harris. Is going to open stuff up for my man Gabe Davis. So there's a lot of things that can play out, but we need no distractions, and we need Diggs to be Diggs. Diggs needs to be Diggs. So that's the amount of pressure that I see on some of these cats, right? And last but not least, and by the way, delusional Patriots fan, James Cook is only 189 pounds, man. He's a $190. He does not weigh more. He's not Dalvin Cook. He's a $190. So that's why when I say, like, you know what I'm saying, RB1's got to, be able to do all that. Pass pro, catch out of backfield, which he does extremely well, hit the middle, hit outside, and I've seen him do it. He's a patient runner, which I love about him. That's the style of play that I do like, a very patient runner. He's got good vision. He's a little frail, though. He's a little frail. And I always said it. I said it from the jump. If this boy could put on 10, 50 pounds, boy, he could be nice. And he already is nice, but boy, he could be nicer. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. You got to keep your lean, mean machine body in tip-top shape. So putting on weight maybe makes him slower. So he's got to find that happy medium, right? But here's the thing. There are a lot of people I can name that just got a whole lot of pressure on them. I mean, those are the ones that stood out to me the most. But there's one more player I got to jump in on that's got some pressure on him, and that's Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver just got a nice little deal. We brought him back. And the fact that we believed in you enough to bring you and put you in a long-term deal, you've got to show us why we drafted you with a top 10 pick. You've got to show us why we re-upped on you and gave you a long-term deal. Show us why. Show us why. I don't want to see Ed Oliver on the ground trying to get back up, and I want to see him pushing that pocket. I want to see him getting after it. I want to see him in that 3-tech to get after it. We brought in Poona Ford so we can, jump up and stack cats up. But like the fact that we gave you a long-term deal, we're going to have to see what it's all about. And we know what Ed Oliver can bring. We love what he can bring. But we want that on a consistent basis, especially when you got paid the way you do. Because if I were to say, can Ed Oliver give me what Chris Jones can? I'm going to tell you, heck no. Chris Jones is a game wrecker. He's a game wrecker. And I'm not trying to compare the two because they're different tier, of linemen. But man, oh man, I need Ed Oliver to be that game wrecker, disrupt that game. And I don't need you to give me 25 sacks. Not that I'm not saying, but you catch what I'm saying. But if you're disrupting that pocket, you're moving that quarterback off the mark, and you're constantly getting on that boy's face, you're doing exactly what we need you to do. But if you get swallowed up, pause, you get moved out, you get turned around and you shoved out the way. Now that's not what we pay big money for our defensive tackle. 6'1", 280, 289. You know what I'm saying? You're already on the undersized side. So we're going to need that quickness. We're going to need you to disrupt that. And I know you're capable of doing that. So that's what we're going to need from my guy, Ed Oliver. So there's a lot of pressure on these guys in Buffalo. And they're going to have to do it because there's some folks that are saying, man, like Brandon was saying, the window's closing, which is a whole bunch of bullshit. But there's some people that truly believe that we ain't going to do what we do because we got the Dolphins that are coming up. We got the Jets that are really coming up. You know what I'm saying? The AFC is just a dog. It's a dog. It's conference, which is true. It's factual. The AFC North is always going to be something. The AFC South is, you know what I mean? The Jaguars made the playoffs last year and they look good. Second year, Trevor Lawrence is looking fantastic. So it's going to be tough. The biggest thing we got to do, and we all know it, we got to win that division. Win that division, get in the dance, and let's roll. But there's a lot of pressure in Buffalo, man. There's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. So we're about to see who's going to step up to that pressure. Shout out to my man Scott Blakely. He says, yo, I'm with you, Rico. Hoping, but not convinced James Cooks is him. You guys are right. I mean, I've been telling you guys from the start. I'm not moving off my mark. You guys don't know how I feel about it. It's not hate. It's just I need to see more. It's just what it is. Shout out to my girl, Linda West. What's up, Linda? Linda comes in and shout out to you for that super chat, Linda. Appreciate it. Best host ever. Thanks for the great show, Rico. Yo, Linda's always trying to big me up, man. I appreciate you, Linda. Appreciate you, girl. All right. Last but not least, people. I gotta hit this last topic up. I'm 37 minutes in. I gotta take my daughter to the airport soon. So last topic. I'm gonna hit this one. Actually, I got 2 topics left. Scott Blake says, yo, Ed Oliver going into beast mode. I truly believe he wants to show his extension was a bargain. He said it's not me. Well, we're about to find out. We are definitely about to find out. Show us that money we gave you ain't in vain. You know what I'm saying? It's money well spent. That's what we need. That is exactly what we need. And hopefully that's what he gives us. And then we can say, you know what? That was money well spent. We'll see. We shall see. So, Deandre Hopkins. DeAndre freaking Hopkins. Yo, Mr. Canada needs to put those fires out. Yo, those fires are out, man. We good. We good over here. Let me jump on this DeAndre Hopkins business real quick. I'm not gonna stay on it too long, but I gotta hit that. Yo, what is he doing? My man went from a very coveted free agent where he could have went anywhere. And I get it. You got to make your money. You got to do what you got to do. I get it. Get your money. But did you not see what happened to Robert Woods? Did you not see what happened to Julio Jones? They went over to Tennessee and just they were just a shell of themselves. And not only that, you got Ryan Tannehill, Malik Willis, or Will Levis that's going to be throwing you the football. Who knows? I mean, Ryan Tannehill should be starting quarterback. But you chose the freaking Titans? Oh, my goodness. Man, I get it. You got to get your money. But you could have got maybe 10 mil less to go and play with a competitor. And I'm okay with him not coming to Buffalo. I'm good. But the Titans, and good for you. Yo, maybe you know what you will. I mean, my man Z-Bot was doing a show the other night, and I think the odds. I think it was like what the Titans were supposed to get like 7 wins, maybe 8 wins, and with the addition of D-Hop, it's still at 7 to 8 wins. You know what I'm saying? So like, fam, the Titans though, like you got to look around. So okay, you got King Henry, I got you. O-line, suspect. It's not the same O-line that they had. Suspect. You got Trey Burks, that's out there. And you got you. Fam. And Ryan Tannehill's throwing you the football. I don't know. But obviously, he chose the ring. He chose the money. Now, when these players come in and say, here are my top 3 priorities. I want great management. I want a great quarterback. And I want to, man, bullshit, man. Shut your ass up, man. Just say, pay me the money. Show me the money. Just say that. Show me the money. Went to the damn Titans. Man, I don't hope anything happens to players. But like, I want you to learn your lesson. When you go over there, learn your lesson. Get your 40 receptions, 50 receptions, if your quarterback can get you the ball. And then we'll see. Golly, man. He chose the damn Titans, man. He could have chose any team. You could have took less money on a 1-year deal to go with a Pat Mahomes or Josh Allen, and let's just say it was just a 1-year rental at $2 million. And I mean, that's not you. You're worth more money than that. We both know that. But you would have cashed in heavy the following year. You would have cashed in. Receivers get paid like money. Nah, man, I'm going to go with the Titans, bro. Okay. Okay, big fella. Come on now. Went to the freaking Titans, man. Somebody said put some respect on Ryan Tannehill. No, I won't. Actually, I like Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill is pretty cool. I like Ryan Tannehill. He's a dog. No, he ain't no dog. Listen, there's dogs in this league, and Ryan Tannehill ain't no dog. And the fact of the matter is this. You drafted Malik Willis in the 3rd round, and you drafted freaking Will Levis. Don't tell me that you're all in on Ryan Tannehill. And then as a receiver, aren't you sick of being thrown to mediocre quarterbacks? The only 2 quarterbacks that you've ever been thrown to that have been, half decent, actually good quarterbacks are Deshaun Watson and Kyler Murray. Every other damn quarterback you were thrown to was some mediocre cats. And you chose Nashville, Tennessee. Shame. It's a shame. It is a shame. So, D-Hop, good luck. I don't know what you saw out there. I really don't. I really don't know what you saw out there in Tennessee, but you chose Tennessee. You tried to play the leverage game. Everybody was speculating on what was going to be given to you, and you were sitting here calling cap on this and cap on that, and then you went to the damn Titans. And you were choosing between the Titans and the Patriots. For crying out loud. You're better than that. You're better than that, my guy. But you know what? He chose the Titans, and I really and let's put the jokes aside. Joking aside, I actually hope he does well over there. I hope he does, and I hope he makes them competitive. And sometimes you could be just a player away. You could be a player away, and maybe he's the difference maker that they need to push for that AFC spot. I mean, they went 7-10 last year. The Jacksonville Jaguars went 9-8, but the Jacksonville Jaguars will improve, will get better. I can't see them not getting better. And when I'm looking at the depth pieces on this Tennessee Titans team, I mean, let's talk about it. You got Derrick Henry, Tajay Spears, Hassan Haskins. All right. You got DeAndre Hopkins. You got Kyle Phillips, Jacob Copeland. I mean, boy, please, man. Traylon Burks, Chris Moore, Reggie Roberson, Trayshawn Harrison. You got Nick Westbrook, Nick Westbrook. Ain't nobody over there, man. I'm reading all these guys. I'm like, who? What? Racing McMath? Doesn't even sound like a real name. But there you go. You went for the money. My man P Money says, yo, if Hopkins gets another 1,000 in Tennessee, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Well, listen, he's been able to put in a lot of work with mediocre quarterbacks. So he's already used to it. So he's like, yo, I've done this all my life. I know what I'm good at. They'll just find me and I'll do what I do. But like, you got to give him respect because his career, 853 receptions. He's got 11,000 yards receiving, 11,298 yards receiving. He's got 71 touchdowns total. And he's averaged 13 yards a pop. And he hasn't had like all pro quarterbacks throwing him his whole career. You got to give him his respect. But you had an opportunity to go and find yourself a quarterback that could do that for you. They may have not given you the money that you wanted, but you could have earned that. You could have made it incentive-based. Hey, man. Enjoy those 8-9 wins, brother. Enjoy those 8-9 wins. Now, could he get 1,000 yards? He should, because their team is going to be down a lot. They're going to be down. I can't say they're going to be down a lot. I can't disrespect like that. They're not going to be down a lot. But I'm going to tell you this. You chose the money. You chased the bag, and that's what you get. So, it is what it is. Good luck, D-Hop. You're going to be hopping for the money. You hop for the money. You went to Tennessee, and you got that. I hope you get what you're looking for out there. I don't know if you just gave up on trying to win a ring. You're just trying to, up your numbers and try to get to the Hall of Fame, but you chose Ryan Tannehill. So, like, even when I'm trying to make a case for you, I'm like, you chose Ryan Tannehill. If you're like, yo, F a ring, because that's what you pretty much said when you went to the Titans. Yo, F a ring, I ain't trying to chase no damn ring. I just want to get my numbers up. So you go for a quarterback that's going to get your numbers up. Ryan Tannehill's going to get your numbers up? And I'm not even saying D-Hop is not a talent. He is. I'm just saying you surrounded yourself with mediocre talent. So, are you chasing the ring? Clearly not. You're chasing Hall of Fame? Maybe, but you would have went with a guy like Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Who else was he tied to that was a pretty decent team? I can't remember. There's one more other team that he was tied to that would have been a decent team from the go-to. But here we are. If he went to the Browns, it would have been perfect. But I guess he wanted that. You'll put him and Amari Cooper together. And Njoku, Nick Chubb. Now that would have been something. And they got some talent on that squad. But my man said, nah, bro. Nashville Tennessee. I'm gonna go hang out with my man Young Buck. Man, if you don't. But anyway, that's that. And my last topic of the night. And I gotta hit it because it's the topic that's been hitting all over the league, and it's the disrespect that the running back position is gaining. And everybody's gonna be like, "Boo!" But now it's gaining traction. What I've been trying to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, the last 2 months, 3 months, is that the disrespect that the running back position continues to get is now gaining traction. And I got 2 clips to kind of show y'all where, you know what I mean, prominent players are talking about it and they're voicing their opinions. And a lot of these guys, you know what I'm saying, are right. They're right. So first person to talk about this situation that is on the cusp potentially to making a case. You mean to be maybe not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he might be, you know what I mean, third or fourth. I don't know. Second, who knows? But my man, LaShawn McCoy had something to say. Check this out.
When I first seen this, I was so upset. I was so pissed off because I know how much a running back means to a team, right? Like, and we're not talking about this any type of running back. I think we kind of get confused on the position. We talking about some of the top players in the league. Like Josh Jacobs is a top player in the league. He led the league in rushing last year.
Yep.
He's one of the best offensive weapons that you've seen all year. Saquon Barkley. You can't talk about the New York Giants without talking about Saquon Barkley.
It's true.
And then Tony Pollard. As much as we love Zeke Elliott, and he's such a big name for the Cowboys, he stepped in there, he did his thing. We kind of forgot about Zeke. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why are these guys not being paid? I can't believe it. I mean, I seen Josh Jacobs about 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm talking to him about the contract situation. You know what he told me? He said the Raiders did not even offer him a contract.
Whoa.
Now, one thing is negotiating, the other thing is offering a contract. Yeah. What are we talking about? You don't offer the best running back last year a contract at all? When I look at all the top backs, right? Because I think for a long time, the running back market has been devalued, worse and worse each year. But one thing that remained the same is like the top guys, they got paid. Alvin Kamara, he got paid. Mm-hmm. McCaffrey, he got paid. Yep. The top guys get paid. So when I look at a guy like Josh Jacobs, why is he not getting paid? He's been productive in every year he's been in the league. He's averaging 1,200 yards a year. And he's been productive, not only productive, but he's been durable. He hasn't been injured. He hasn't been banged up. So that's my only issue is there's different arguments. Like Saquon Barkley, he should be getting paid. I don't know that number, though, right? Because it's a business side of it, where the business side, one of the toughest positions in football to get hit every play. Guys are up and down from getting injured and not injured. So I get that argument. But when you look at certain players, like a Josh Jacobs, he's always consistent. When you talk about Christian McCaffrey, for them to give you that type of money, right, and teams to be knocking on the door begging to trade for you, like, okay, we want to trade for him, and we'll take that contract. That means something. Right. Derrick Henry, every year he's productive. This is the first time we've seen Derrick Henry even kind of hurt. And then when he was hurt, he still was having numbers and yards. And they were like, even the Titans were up and down with trying to pay him. I'm like, hold up. How are you playing around with trying to pay Derrick Henry? Why is it this position that you want to take out? Because there's wide receivers that get busy, and then they start getting hurt. Right. And we don't say that. It's a brotherhood.
I want
everybody to get their money. But when you bring it down to the running backs, it's like, well, why are you paying him? Right. A couple of knee injuries, but you won't play running backs that may have missed a couple games from injury, nothing as significant as a torn MCL or ACL.
Really well said. Really well said.
I'm telling you, they need to start talking about this. And everything that Shady said is true. I get it. You're not going to pay every running back big-time money because not every running back deserves big-time money. But your top guys, you got to pay, especially for what they bring to the table. What the elite ones bring to the table, you got to pay them. And last clip that I'm going to give you guys, and then I'll give my piece out, and I'm going to jump out of here. And this is former 2,000-yard runner Chris Johnson speaking on this running back situation.
You got to catch the ball. You got to block.
You gotta do everything.
Every single thing.
You gotta do everything. Like when you talk about receivers, all they gotta do is catch the ball. So when me and Joe Siegel, we went in there, we like, man, all that sound good, the highest running back in history, but no, we want to get paid as a playmaker.
Yeah.
Like we got to get paid as a playmaker. Don't put me under the running back numbers that. So we went in like we going to get paid as a playmaker.
Yeah.
This and that. And that's one of the sole reasons, honestly, I never really spoke on it to this day, but that is probably the major reason on why I had to hold out, because I wasn't willing to take $8 million a year.
No, listen, I remember 2K. That was like yesterday. And they kept calling. They like, do you think he's gonna hold? I'm like, I'm positive he's gonna hold out. Like, and then you got a guy that go for 2K at the time. There's only 6 people that's doing it. It's like there's no way you're gonna sit around and act like you got another one of me in year 2. That's why you hit it like
that's why you did it. And the reason why we was able to go in as a playmaker, because you look at, okay, I'm the leading rusher and I'm the leading receiver on the team. Like, so how can you just put me in this category? So you look at a lot of other guys like Saquon and those guys.
Hey, hold on. You was the leading receiver on our team that year too?
Yeah.
Okay, let me close it. Bro, who the hell is our hey, man. Put up who the hell our receivers was. And hey, y'all should be ashamed of y'all damn selves, man. That's crazy. See, I didn't know you read the team receiving that year either, 2K. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So that's when you like those guys, when you name those guys who holding out, I'm pretty sure those guys was responsible for probably over 50% of the offense. So how can you just be like, okay, I'm putting you in this running back category? No, we can't do that. We got a playmaker. Yeah. So once we got it together, I got paid as a playmaker. I didn't get paid as a running back. So that's how I was able to get my situation together. And I think that's what they're going to have to go in there and do the same thing.
Oh, before I get out of here, Jim Treader, I think it was an NFLPA admin over there. He mentioned something about leverage. These guys got to find your leverage. Find your leverage and try to get paid for it. So could you imagine like a guy like Marshall Faulk, a guy like Thurman Thomas, that they're going to get disrespected? Listen, fam, I give you receptions. I give you runs, inside, outside. I pass protect. I do it all. Why do you think tight ends now are saying, yo, you need to pay me? Because I'm not just an inline, fat tight end that can kind of run a couple routes. No, you split me out wide, right? That's why you have these tight ends now saying, yo, I demand to be paid like a receiver because I'm doing what these guys do, right? So, and the tight end position it's one of the most versatile positions in the game. Running backs, you can't keep disrespecting running backs, especially the top guys. Your Saquons, your Dalvins, you got to pay those guys, man. You do. Pay them what they're worth. And the fact that the Raiders didn't even offer him anything, disrespectful. He single-handedly helped y'all win a whole bunch of games last year, and you're going to sit here and say, nah, we good. Zaire White's going to take over. You think Zaire White can do the same things that Jacobs does? I'm sorry, they can't. Not going to do it. But you know what? It's just the way it is. It's a running back by committee. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Forget about any future Hall of Fame cast. Ain't no more future Hall of Fame running backs going to happen. They're diminishing the role. They don't respect it. You're 3 or 4 years in, and you're gone. That's it. And it's a shame. And these guys are going to have to come together somehow, some way, and figure out a way that they get paid what they're worth. Not trying to get overpaid. Now, if you go and give a freaking McCaffrey $16 million, that's on you. Even I thought that was pretty high. But you know what? So be it. But McCaffrey gave you so much. He could run the ball. He can catch. He can do all those things, and you valued him as an ex-player, like a guy that can do it all. Instead of just looking at me as a running back, look at me as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? A playmaker. And that's how these guys are going to have to start looking at it. No, I'm just not a running back. I'm a playmaker. Look at Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara can catch out of the backfield, and every one of y'all, including me, are looking to bring him in on my fantasy team. Why? Because he does it all. You feel me? Anyway, that's it for me. It's starting to get to be a conversation. I love it, and I'm hoping that these guys start to get compensated the way they're supposed to, but we know it's not going to happen because the NFL is like that. There's some kind of collusion. There's collusion that's happening without even saying it. You know what I'm saying? The owners just know we ain't going to pay that. We ain't going to pay that. You know what I'm saying? Until they start kind of saying, all right, cool. But these guys are too damn good for us to do that. But they've come to the point where now it's just a running back guy by committee, and just the way it is, man. So it is what it is, folks. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. This is the Rico Report. This is the Buffalo Fanatics, and we'll definitely catch you on the next side. Listen, 2 weeks before, you know what I'm saying, what, 4 weeks? 4 weeks until we start to really get into the nitty gritty of the camp and all that stuff. It's going to be fun, man. So enjoy the rookies. The rookies are jumping in, and we'll start to see, that football is back very shortly. So you guys have yourself a fantastic evening. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. If you guys enjoy the show, smash that like before we get out of here. And if you have not subscribed to the channel. And if you want to support Buffalo Fanatics in any way, supportbef.com. It's very simple. Go there. Everything is there, from merch to articles to previous videos that you want to check up on. Do that and help us out and show some love. So we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Until next time, peace. How about? Let's go.